I was going to say one hey, and three hays came out. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini. For those of you that have friends that don't have.
Hi, everybody. It's going to be like this. It's going to be like this.
Like what?
Oh, we'll just go. Go ahead.
Well, you got to tell me like what later. So if you have any friends that don't have social media, so here's all the places that you can find us.
No, if you don't have friends, if you have friends that don't have social media, you probably don't have friends.
No,
we live in social media. Everyone has friends on social media or because social media.
My dad doesn't.
Mom does.
Okay.
Okay.
You can find us at this page, Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and the and-signed Gini, Gini.
I'm Chris. She's the and-sign.
And Gini. You can find us on Facebook. We have Federal Injury Center's Facebook page. We have Breaking OWCP Facebook page. We have Sarojini Helms Facebook page. We have LinkedIn. You can find it under Gini Helms Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini. You can go to Gini Helms on TikTok. Hello, everybody in TikTok.
Watch us tonight at 8 p.m.
And yeah. And so LinkedIn, YouTube, all the Facebook pages, TikTok, Instagram. So we are everywhere. So let me get our captions going. Why isn't it working? Is it chats or captions? There we go.
All right. No, captions is captions.
Yeah. Okay. So
there.
No, we can't see the chat.
Okay.
Okay. So again, if your friends don't have any social media, they can go find us on YouTube. Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini. YouTube, Facebooks,
all
Instagram,
all the Facebooks,
LinkedIn, and TikTok. On Gini Helms on TikTok and Gini Helms Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini on LinkedIn. We have a whole bunch of LinkedIn folks. And we have a lot of YouTube and a lot of Instagram and TikTok. So we're looking for all our federal friends on TikTok. Hello, TikTok. All right, let's get into it right now. Today, we're just going to do something fun.
This is fun. This one's going to be a freaking blast.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to come on and off of the chat. So we're going to read off the craziest comments. And remember, I put it in quotes. What you guys say are lies that the supervisor says that you don't know if it's true or not, or if they're making it up. So tonight we're going to answer all those questions and just have fun with it. We want to hear what your supervisors are saying. Why are you cracking up?
Dr. Cooper. Our doctor's already jumping on, and Dr. Cooper made me laugh.
What did you say?
No, don't, just keep going. You're going to forget everything you said.
Okay, I did already.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just going to make it fun. We're going to change it up each week because we're coming to the end of the year. We don't want to bore you guys.
The beginning of the year, we're going to for sure start boring you again.
Yeah.
So it's like, just get ready. That's happening.
Love your shirt, Chris. My husband has one too. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello, guys from Alabama. Georgia and Alabama, Dr. Cooper. We have Federal Injury Centers of Roscoe. Tara's on. We have Federal Injury Centers of Greenville. We have Federal Injury Centers of Gulfport.
Mississippi. The only Federal Injury Center in Mississippi. That was smart. That's exactly right. So our Gulfport location is all there is. If you're in Mississippi and you need help, you go to Gulfport.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in Mississippi and you want to just like roll the dice or play, roulette with your claim, go someplace else. Do that. You'll be back. But yeah, these offices are here. Greenville, South Carolina is our only office in South Carolina. Dr. Cooper is by the airport in Atlanta and also in Phoenix City, Alabama, which is by Columbus, Georgia. So these docs are on because they want to hear what's going on. Our Roscoe, Illinois office, they put their address there. That's really nice. So they're here to let you know that they're here. So you know where to go if you need help. Dr. Clark is here from Virginia Beach. What's up, Dr. Clark? Up and running.
Hey, Dr. Clark.
Newest office. He's listed on the website now, federalinjurycenters.com. So we're really excited to have our doctors. They all come on just so they can hear what you're saying and tell you hello and show you where they're at. So if you're in these areas, you got to go see him. Go to federalinjurycenters.com and check the locations tab. And Dr. Harper from Alabama. Now, he's funny. He didn't say from any town because he's from Ala-freaking-Bama. He's from all over. He's from Bessemer, Birmingham, Montgomery, and Huntsville.
Yeah, we have Tim Vanderman with
What's up,
FIC of Maryland and Virginia and the DC area.
Yep.
What does he call it? MDV? MDV.
DMV.
No.
Isn't it? DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Yeah.
DMV.
DMV. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. And then we got, I'm going to take a break from the doctor so I can say hello to Tammy Newman, who we love.
Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. We love you. Say hi to Scott.
Okay. So I just shared with the click of my finger.
Did you share? Button. If you didn't share, you forgot that you have to share to be here.
Tim said DMV.
DMV. Okay. So everyone share. Let's go.
Hey, Michelle. Michelle is from the Manhattan office, Federal Injury Centers of Manhattan.
We are in Manhattan, New York. So if you're in New York, that's the office you go to. We're going to be expanding throughout New York because we know there's more than a few people there. So we're working on it. But right now, we're in Manhattan, and Dr. Bart, Dr. Shockey are fired up, and they're getting your claims accepted. So go check them out. So when we were going to start this, we're going to talk about the craziest things supervisors say to you guys, and we're going to clear it up if it's true or not, or maybe they're just uneducated in that topic. Actually, we're just going to make fun of them tonight. Okay. It's not actually woodshed night; it's make fun of supervisors night. It'll be fun. We're going to all have a good time with that. You can go ahead and do that. Oh, but not. I'm not going to be here. Where are you going? Go eat something. Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. Oh. All right. So that long one we'll get to. Yes. That's a lot. Okay. So Tanya and Olga, I know I didn't send you your gift cards yet. I will do that first thing tomorrow morning. But we are giving away another 2 people for 2 $100 gift card for your choice of where you want it to be. So yeah, we don't care where it's from. Share. You can share, or you can tag all your coworkers on there. Once I see that you shared it and your share is set to public, I am able to see, and then that's how I'm able to tally up all the share winners. Something was funny today. Chris did a TikTok. He put it on there and says, "Who is this guy?" And she shared it. It was so cute. It was Jill. Her name is Jill something. It's me. Yeah. It's Chris. That's who the guy is. If you don't have a TikTok account, just go get one. It's fun. It's addicting. But it's worth it. Look, it's funny. Okay, it's educational, but it's funny. Okay, seriously, hilarious. So get a TikTok account, get it, and then follow Breaking OWCP. That's where you're gonna find me. Breaking OWCP. I would really appreciate it if everybody here. You'd be doing me a huge favor, by the way. If everybody here would get a TikTok account and follow me. If you already have one, just follow Breaking OWCP. I really appreciate it. You can follow me too. It doesn't matter. Gini Helms. Just follow me. It doesn't matter. Okay, so tonight we're talking about the craziest things supervisors said that's possibly not true. And we're going to clear those up. And let me say this. Tim, our guy in DMV, says postmaster was told by her boss, you need to use all your leave before submitting a claim. So it's crazy things like that we're going to just address. Like waste your leave and then submit your claim. Believe me, that's out of order. I'm actually going to start the stories because I have a few. Okay, I'm just reading. Judy said, you guys are too much on there, meaning TikTok. You guys, I saw. So Judy follows me on TikTok. Thank you, Judy. And I think you guys saw that we did the, what was the name of the song we were doing? Well, okay, so it doesn't matter the name of the song. I actually became a rock star. She became my backup singer. Yeah. So if you haven't seen that, go to our reels and find that, or go to TikTok. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do housekeeping at the end. And Emma, hello to Bakersfield, California. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Manhattan office has 3 cases approved today for a total of 40 approved cases. Okay, they got 3 cases approved today. Yeah. Most of you will not know 3 people ever that got cases approved. We got 3 today. Congratulations, in guys. The Manhattan office. Good job. And congratulations on all 40 that you've gotten approved so far. Yeah. It's 40 people's lives that they have saved. Yeah, thanks, Michelle, for letting us know. So tonight we're going to be talking about just like crazy crap that I'm sorry. Let me get back in character. We're going to talk about the crazy shit your supervisors tell you. And I've got stories that I'm going to start with because you guys tell me your stories, and I've got my list of favorite stupid stories. So I'll tell you mine, and then we're going to read yours. So That TikTok in the kitchen was funny. Thank you, Courtney. So anyways, I'm going to tell you my stories and I'm going to read yours, or she's going to read yours. And after she reads your stories, I'm going to talk about why that story is BS. So let me do this first. Can I go ahead and tell a story?
Yeah. Let me just clear this up. Dennis, and for everybody out there, we do not have specialists or psychiatrists as a specialist on our Federal Injury Center's franchise. You'd either have to contact the doctor that, like one of our doctors, or a doctor that can refer you out to a specialist. But we don't have a list of providers and specialists.
Yeah, but you can go to Google and search OWCP provider search.
Yes.
And there's a search tool that they have that sucks. I'm going to tell you in advance that you're going to be really mad at me for telling you to go do that. But it is a good way to see what psychiatrists are out there that think they're OWCP providers. You can call them. I bet you there's not that many, if there's any, but check that out. Or otherwise Google, psychiatrists that take OWCP.
Okay, we got a couple people on TikTok. Hello. Oh, Scott's on there.
What's up, Scott? And we got Victor over here. What's happening, Victor? We love Victor. We love Scott. Scott, you know it.
Okay, so hold on to your questions right now. I have bad news. I will share news you on Facebook.
Victor, we don't do bad news. Sorry, this is not the bad news department.
Victor.
We only take good news.
It's not good.
So give us some good news. All right. So I want to tell stories. I'm going to start out our stories, and then she's going to read the stories that have been sent to us on, because you posted that thing, right?
Yeah.
So you can find those stories. If you have some, we'll read your stories too. But I'm going to start with this one. A couple of these are recent. Today, there's I was speaking with a steward from APW, and by the way, the APW stewards in Birmingham are fantastic.
They're kick
okay.
ass.
If you are a steward in Birmingham for APW, just know I'm talking to you. You guys are awesome, and ladies, you are incredible. So one of them called me today and said there's a CA16 issue. We have a lady here that got hurt, and she reported her injury the same day. And more than a week later, the supervisor said, well, it's been more than a week. I don't have to give it to you. So here's the deal. Okay, so that's not funny to you unless you know the rules. So the law states that you have to report your CA1 claim within 7 days in order to be eligible for a CA16. Why is that important? Because the CA16 pays all your medical bills for 60 days. So the law is clear that when you report your injury within 7 days, the supervisor has 4 hours from the claimed injury to give you a CA16. That's in the law, 4 hours from the claimed injury. And it says that from the claimed injury. So in other words, when you reported your injury, they had 4 hours to give it to you, but you had to report within 7 days. Well, this supervisor said it's been more than 7 days. I don't have to give it to you. What an idiot. I mean, okay, there's going to be a lot of what an idiot moments tonight because I'm dealing with supervisors who are either dumb or plain dumb. But listen, if you get a CA1 injury, an injury that happened in a single shift, and then you report your injury within 7 days, the supervisor has 4 hours to give it to you. If the rule was they don't have to give it to you after 7 days, then every supervisor would just wait 8 days and say, oh, too bad, I decided not to give it to you.
Right.
Obviously, that's not what the rule states. So this person was dealing in Birmingham with a supervisor who was, I think, an idiot because he was saying, well, it's been more than 7 days, I don't have to give it to you. Buddy, you had 4 hours. You missed your deadline by like multiple days. Get it done. And the rest of you file a grievance. So that's story number one. You got 7 days. But here's another one. This one made me laugh, and I did a TikTok video on it. And follow me on TikTok at Breaking OWCP. This one said that I don't have to give you a CA17. You got to get that from your claims examiner. From your claims examiner. That's who gives you a CA17 duty status report to take you off of work or write work restrictions. And so I said this on TikTok. Letter A says supervisor. Letter B says physician. You're a supervisor, man. Come on. There's nothing on there for claims examiner. And then when you go to like page 3, which is believe me, every form has a list of instructions, right? And so the instructions, I just had her read it to me. We were driving through Florida or whatever. I said, do me a favor, read me the instructions on CA17. The very top of the page said that the supervisor has to give this to you. It's just ridiculous. So sometimes the supervisors are dumb or they're just plain dumb, but I think sometimes they can't read. I'm not sure. This one maybe could read, maybe couldn't. I don't know if they could read. But a CA17 originates with the supervisor. It's on the rules attached to the form. It does not originate or ever come from a claims examiner, like ever. The claims examiner does not know the physical demands of every job and every agency across all 50 states in this country. Think about it for a second and realize how stupid you sound. It starts with the supervisor. Letter A says supervisor. Starts with you, buddy. So those are my first two stories. To me, those are funny. They just happened. But I have others. Should I tell some more?
Tell one more.
I'm going to tell one more. This is my one more favorite one.
Then I'm going to go into. So remember, guys, Victor, yes, I will check the messenger. Don't, unless you're putting comments about the stories that you're hearing, comment, but don't ask any questions until we're all done. Because then we'll go back and
I mean, you can ask them, but we're probably going to miss some. So here's my next story. And I tell this story every time I do a training at any union. So if you've ever heard me teach live, you've heard the story. So this lady, I'm pretty sure she's a roll carrier. She gets out of her vehicle. It's like at dusk. Dusk is like when the sun's going down, right? Okay.
USK.
Yeah. So the sun is going down. She gets out of her vehicle and she steps in the ditch, right? It's in the ditch, walking into the yard so she can take some up to the front door. And in that ditch was a hole, and she stepped right in the hole, like perfect shot. And so she did the right thing. She called her supervisor immediately and reported that she hurt herself. She twisted her knee. The supervisor said, okay, you called me, come back, and we'll fill out a CA1 form. But when she called him, she said, John, I don't know, supervisor, John, I stepped in a hole and twisted my knee. And John said, okay, come back and let's fill out a CA1. So she did, and she got back, she filled out the CA1, and in box 14, she wrote exactly what happened because she had gotten out of her vehicle, right? And so on the CA7 or the CA1 in box 14, she wrote, I stepped out of my vehicle into a ditch and twisted my knee, which is exactly what happened, of course. Well, in box 35 of the CA1, the supervisor is asked, does your knowledge of the facts of this claim match up, whatever the word is, with what the injured person said, the employee said? And he said, no. Well, if no, explain. Here's the explanation. He said, well, when she called me, she said she stepped in a hole. But on box 14, she said she stepped in a ditch. That doesn't match up. So the doctor we were working with, he calls me up. He's like, pissed. Why are these supervisors such idiots? I'm like, well, look, they're either dumb or they're playing dumb. Maybe this one actually is. We don't know. I said, but you got to write a narrative that explains this. So here's how we write narratives. We just, whatever the supervisor says, we write a paragraph and we title it. Like if it said non-performance of duty, we'd write a paragraph called performance of duty. Willful misconduct, we'd write a paragraph called willful misconduct. But in this case, we needed to write a paragraph that handled this issue. And so he titled his paragraph, no kidding, this is real. He titled his paragraph, the hole was in a ditch, comma, you idiot. And then in the paragraph, he used the supervisor's name, the idiot's name, multiple times. In fact, in every sentence. And that claim got accepted. But this person had the nerve to say, the story doesn't match up. She said ditch, and then she said hole. I don't know what it is. Dude, her knee probably looks like a grapefruit, and it didn't look like that before her shift started. Wow. She did something. Okay, what are you trying to pull here? Anyways, that claim got accepted, and that supervisor got made famous. And that's how we do it. Anytime the supervisor writes something bad on the CA1, we just memorialize it in a narrative report that gets the claim accepted and makes the supervisor famous. So if you're a supervisor and you're on here, number one, you're already not liking it. Two, you're not going to start liking it because it's going to get worse. But three, don't be an idiot because we're going to make you famous. You'll do that once. And after that one time, you're going to stop. I'm telling you. So do we have other stories?
Okay, so I'm gonna go into the comments. We have like 13 of them from the post that I created.
I'm gonna handle that one right there. I want to answer that question right there.
Go ahead.
So Andrea, you asked me, and this isn't part of our topic, but this is a great question. She said, why did the Tallahassee office stop taking DOL abruptly? That's a freaking great question. Let me tell you something. When we go recruit offices, we recruit them so that they'll be with us for a lifetime. We don't want them to leave. It is not our business model to have offices leave, right? Well, this one just did. And it's not what we wanted. I don't want them to leave. I mean, Tallahassee is an important area. You're there. It's important to you. But why do they do it? Because sometimes people just do things that we don't want. And that happened. I didn't want them to leave at all. It's not that anything bad happened. The guy who owned the office just decided he didn't like doing this. And it happens. I mean, imagine. I always say I get like 100 doctors that say no to every doctor that says yes to me.
Yeah.
This one said yes, and then later said, never mind, I don't like it anymore. We don't like that either, but think of it from this perspective. I don't want to have any doctors handcuffed to this program because all they're going to do is screw you over.
Yeah.
So this one would probably have just done a bad job if I said, no, you must stay because we have a contract. So I didn't make him stay. If I handcuff him to the deal, you're going to be even more upset. You know? So we let him go. We're just going to find a new Tallahassee office.
Yeah.
It happens. We don't like it, but it does happen.
Okay. We have Federal Injury Centers of Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for being here. Again, these doctors come on. They want to let you know where they're at. He put his phone number. That's great. And if you're in that area, give them a call. Don't suffer with a work injury. Give them a call.
All right. Let's go through the comments that you guys had, some of you put on here. Ruth Crandall said, you did not report accident to me right away.
Okay. So the supervisor will say, but you didn't report right away. So some of the agencies like the post office, they'll try to penalize you if you don't report immediately. Yeah. But that's why you're in a union. Your unions are strong and they can fight that. Normally they'll get those things overturned. But the bottom line is, just like I put on TikTok yesterday or last night, you have 3 years to report your injury.
Yeah.
So one of the questions even on a CA2 is, well, if it's been a while, what took you so long? It's okay with me if you just write because the rules say I can. The rule allows you in the Code of Federal Regulations and the United States Code to have 3 years to report your injury. So it's okay. If they say, what took you so long? Just because I didn't know, I'm not a doctor. I didn't know that there was OWCP. I didn't know how to report an injury. The CA-10's not posted. How the hell do I know what a federal employee should do when injured at work? Okay, the federal government decided that they want to make that posted on an agency's website. Okay, that's like the next joke. Who of you goes to your agency's website for fun? Okay, nobody. Okay, actually, there's normally like one person in a room of 100. And I'm not sure if they're telling a joke or not, or if they're just like that guy or woman. But most of you don't go to your agency's website. And you've never heard of a Form CA-10. So why would you go to your website to look up a form you've never heard of? Like you're not even thinking about it. You're not going there to look for something you never heard of. So your CA-10's invisible.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Reginald, you said, can we pin all of our social media outlets? Yes, I will.
Yeah.
But we have it on. Okay, so anything that you're searching for will be on Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini with the and sign, and my name is spelled Gini.
Just like you see on the screen right now.
Yeah, just on the screen. And you can find us on YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok under Gini Helms, Instagram, and Facebook pages on Breaking OWCP, my personal page, his personal page, Federal Injury Center's page. So you can find us anywhere. As long as you put Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini.
Let me just handle a couple of things here. Okay.
You'll find us.
So Dr. Hawkins posted Federal Injury Centers. All right, what she meant to say is, hey, we're Federal Injury Centers of Redondo Beach, California. We're a nice little community in Los Angeles County. You can look us up at federalinjurycenters.com and check the locations tab. Scroll down to California and you'll find us. Our phone number's there. You can give us a call. But she said Federal Injury Centers. So, thanks for that. I think that was her rah-rah. Federal Injury Centers.
And Joe said we will find a Tallahassee office.
I'm not done making fun of Dr. Hawkins. Give me a second.
Oh.
All right, so Dr. Hawkins, next time you got to let people know where you're at, what you're doing, what you're thinking. Federal Injury Centers.
Oh, let me show you guys
Okay, so she's going to give me hell for making.
Let me show you guys my T-shirt. This is good for the supervisors. Go ruin somebody else's day.
Emily's like, sorry. It must have been her.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways, I'm just going to have fun here.
Okay.
And then Joe said, you said it, we'll find a Tallahassee office in the next 60 days. So Joseph Giampa is my business partner. He said,
no, you have to put
no, she's just messing with me now. No, it's funny. She's messing with me now. That's funny. So Joe, his primary responsibility is recruiting new offices. So everybody give Joe a bunch of hearts for love. He said we're going to have a new office in 60 days. Hold him to it. Let's make that happen. And Emily, you don't have to be sorry. This is fun. This is make fun night. You just gave me a new one.
Okay. Don't forget, any of our doctors, you got to put Federal Injury Centers of where your location, what your city is, your office address and phone number. Some people may not go on the website. So if you put it here, you'll get some patients tomorrow.
Go ahead.
Okay. Next question was from Corey Parker. He said, filling my CA1 for COVID and it got kicked back. The reason my supervisor put in was employee not under my supervision. Oh my God. What is that cartoon that they kept crashing into each other? I just want to What?
Before the end of the night, my eyes are going to be stuck in the back of my head like my grandmother said they would.
Oh,
This is going to happen. My eyes are going to get stuck in the back of my head.
So
the supervisor
crazy.
said, I'm not your supervisor. You can't report to me. Dude, look, we're putting this on ecomp, ecomp.dol.gov. We're putting a supervisor's name in, and you're it. Dude, if it's not you, give it to whoever it is. Don't give your people a hard time. Just handle it. And anyways, it's COVID. Believe me, buddy, you're next. You're definitely, if you haven't had COVID yet, you're going to get it like 3 to 5 times in your lifetime. It's going to happen. I got it 3 times this year. So one day it's going to be you, and you're going to hope nobody gives you a hard time. So to all supervisors out there, it will be you one day. Stop giving folks a hard time. Who's going to give you a hard time? You're in management, okay? So don't screw with people. Idiots, just idiots.
This is actually coming from one of our case managers, Lindsay. She said, I case manage, and one of my patients told me this week their supervisor refused to give them a CA-16 because her injury didn't require a hospitalization. They only issue those in emergencies. That is what I'm talking about, guys. It's the BS lies. He doesn't like when I use the word lies on Facebook because...
Well, sometimes not lies. Sometimes they're just idiots.
But the BS lies, I'm going to just say it because I'm very straightforward, lies that they're telling you. Or I always say they're uneducated in OWCP and they don't know the laws and the rules.
Right, idiots.
BS. So go ahead, explain.
Okay, on the CA-16, look, this is going to handle, and Ron said idiots. Exactly. Thank you, Ron. Ron seconds that. He knows for sure. He's been through it. Okay, so on the CA-16, in the law, the Code of Federal Regulations, which is in my first book, by the way. This is book 2, but Breaking OWCP is book 1. Get it on PDF. Rules, Laws, and Regulations is the chapter. It's around page 120, 130, something like that. But it says that when you report your injury within 7 days, the supervisor has 4 hours to give it to you. And it says they shall issue it within 4 hours of the claimed injury. Now, interestingly, this is like a 4-part law, and none of the 4 parts have anything to do with the severity of your injury. It says if it requires medical evaluation, treatment, or both, then you shall get a CA-16. The end, man. Look, if you need to go just to the doctor for nothing, my neck may hurt a little bit, you get a CA-16. That's it. So supervisors, look, I know that it's easy to play dumb, but it's not a good look. It's not a good look to play dumb because it makes you actually look dumb. The CA-16 is the right of the injured person. And believe me, when it's you and you get hurt, you're not going to tolerate not getting a CA-16 because you're going to start getting bills from the freaking hospital. So everybody's allowed a CA-16 on a CA-1 claim that's reported within 7 days, not if the supervisor wants to give it out in 7 days. They have to. They have 4 hours. 4 hours. 4. The end. 4.
Yeah.
Idiot.
This one is from Debbie Kronk. I did an investigation and I find you were at fault.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, so I love this one. God. So the supervisor says, the supervisor investigated because, they're world-class investigators. And, they put their Matlock hat on. They're like, oh, did he wear a hat? Well, anyways, his white suit.
NCIS.
No, the Matlock hat is even better. He was a world-class he was actually a world-class investigator. Okay, Andy Griffith could investigate the hell out of stuff. But supervisors aren't Andy Griffith. They're not Matlock. What are you investigating? Like, okay, what exactly did you do? Can I see your magnifying glass? I mean, seriously.
Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget.
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, you should have said, okay, Inspector Gadget.
So now we got to say, can I see your medical license? And can I see your private investigator's license? I mean, what the hell's wrong with these people? We got to move on from that. That's just dumb. I did an investigation and find you're at fault. Whatever.
I'm going to find the Inspector Gadget meme and put it under your comment after.
That person who was Debbie? Yeah. Debbie, you should have said, I did an investigation and found out you're an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have to look very far. I didn't need a magnifying glass for that.
Or a Pink Panther. Yeah.
Mamie Rogers said, Manhattan office helped me get my claim approved. I think that's good. Either way, the claim is approved. There's a typo
maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Laura Tyson said, I already know the answer, but I declined their light duty offer to deliver in the mail my route. My restrictions included no driving and no use of the right arm. However, they didn't want to see that because it wasn't on the proper form. It was, however, on a form my supervisor gave me and told me to have filled out each time I went. And it had my work limitations listed. So anyway, they stopped my COP. Well, when I was still out and required surgery, I filed CA7 with OWCP, and they took a look and said, oh, no, They messed up. Y'all need to fix that. Thank you. It was nice not to have to fight for it.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh my God. You know, supervisors, the one thing you don't want to screw with is a person's pay. Because I'll tell you, when it's you, I hope somebody screws with your pay. I really do. When a supervisor gets hurt, I hope someone screws with your pay. And the next time you go to your supervisor conventions and you're all getting together trying to think of the genius shit to say, what I want you to do is go, hey, don't screw with people's pay because it could be us.
Ooh, JT said, I injured myself at work and the stupid visor went on vacation after I reported him the same day. He did not send me to the doctor until 5 weeks later. My case was denied.
I'm gonna start with the end of that. So JT, nobody sends you to the doctor.
You go yourself.
No, listen, this is big. Nobody sends you, JT. Nobody sends you to the doctor. You go to the doctor. You go wherever you want to go. Nobody can tell you what doctor to go to. They can't send you to one. They can't prevent you from going to one. The choice of doctor is yours. It's in the law in like 5 different places. You go to whatever doctor you want. I'm sorry this happened to you. And
I know.
I told you
we
so.
can help you if you haven't gotten help.
I told you so's don't help. And
Right.
me telling you like, well, here's what you should have done doesn't help you now. But for everyone else, you can choose your own doctor. Nobody can send you to a doctor. If your
Right.
supervisor goes on vacation, go to your supervisor's supervisor. Screw that. Man, I'm sorry that happened to you.
He said I had to be seen by the USPS doctor. No, you don't.
Oh my God. So the law in like 5 different places says way different. Here's what it says. You can't be forced to go to any doctor that's under contract with or employed by your agency.
Yeah.
It also says your supervisor is required to tell you you have the right to choose your own doctor. Your supervisor did not tell you you have the right to choose your own doctor. Most grievances have to be filed within 30 days. I'm pretty sure when you violate the law, that's a violation of your contract. I'd grieve that. That is crap.
Yeah.
JT, I'm sorry that happened to you, but this is a common thing. I did a TikTok video on this just last night that you have the right to choose your own doctor. And I showed the code of federal regulations where it says it. You've got to be able to choose your own doctor. Tell your friends.
Yeah, just
And it's in the CA-10 also that you have the right to choose the initial selection of physician.
guys, we post some of the content can be
Hold
funny.
on, JT, don't appeal the decision. Just freaking go to your own doctor.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, go to your own doctor. And that's like the middle finger to your supervisor. Don't actually do that.
Well, you
okay?
can appeal by clicking reconsideration.
No, just go to your own doctor.
I know.
Just go.
After you send in the reconsideration.
Don't say that again. Just go to your own doctor. Period. Go to your own doctor. Period.
Yes, they're saying.
Go to your own doctor.
Okay. Jackie Romero said, accepted condition and won't pay.
Accepted condition and won't pay. Okay, so I think that means you're not getting paid to be out of work. If your case is accepted, you're probably not getting paid because your doctor didn't write an effective disability narrative explaining why you're out of work. That's all you need to do. Unfortunately, in this one, I can't ridicule your supervisors. Your doctor just has to write a simple report that'll fix that problem. Oh, JT's being seen by Dr. Hawkins now in Redondo Beach. Okay, JT, you're good to go.
How do you choose a doctor and get it approved by OWCP?
You just choose a doctor. So the law says you have the right to initial selection of physician. So the way you choose a doctor is you just like go there, and you did it already. Good job.
Well, Pamela, and then you want to make sure that if you're calling the doctor's office, you ask them, do you take federal work comp?
No, and not state.
If you have
Federal.
to make sure you
Because they don't know. They got a receptionist or a billing
Yeah.
person going, yeah, well, yeah, we are work comp clinic. No, you're not.
When we first started doing this, we got a lot of questions that they don't know. So what I used to tell people, ask to speak to the office manager or the billing manager.
Yeah.
And tell them, I'm a federal employee. I'm not state. Do you take federal work comp?
Right.
Make sure you're very precise on that word, federal. So
Because
they
most of the time they're
understand.
going to say, no, we don't take that.
Or they'll just say, yeah, we take it and it's state work comp, because we've had people drive to doctors' offices, not ours, but drive to doctors' offices and they found out that it's state work comp, not federal.
And you want to know something fun? You could just go to federal injury centers and see if there's an office near you. That's fun because they'll always say yes.
See, Victor said none of the USPS management has been trained on OWCP.
Or many other things. All right.
Okay. All right. So this is Debbie.
Like Joe said, who's interested in an office in Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah. You guys, you can't
Yeah.
see.
There's going to be several people who
Yeah.
are going to say yes to this, but who would like to have an office? I didn't say who wants to go to Las Vegas to have fun because like I'm there. I'd go with you. But who's interested in having an office there that does OWCP?
Okay. So this is a pretty long one. As you could see, it's pretty long. So I'm going to just get to what she was asked, what she said. She got into an and I'm not going to show you who it was. So, but I am going to show
Let me see
you
first.
this picture.
Oh, geez.
So if you guys could see that, this is what she posted.
Show it up there.
Oh, here, TikTok. Whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
there. TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, everybody. Okay. So she sent that picture to basically say, I just don't even understand to this day why a supervisor that I have problems with and wasn't even working the day this happened filled out my work comp information. I believe he wrote something bad on the report that was forwarded onto work comp. This is why I basically was denied surgery until a year later. I was not given a copy of the report. You guys remember, please make sure you review your CA1 and CA2 forms, because it's crap like this. And we know from other people telling us, supervisors can fill in anything. They even will fill in their post office address or their address as your home address and receive everything. Because Chris and I got that call one day. The person never received anything. And then she came to find out that the supervisor was receiving all her OWCP paperwork at work and totally screwed her over. Thank goodness we were able to fix it.
That's a great story. Yeah, you should always check your second page. So when you go to ecomp, now all CA1s and 2s are filed in ecomp now. So you go to ecomp.dol.gov, you file your claims there. That means that it's in your case file. So you got to go and print your case file out and read what the supervisor told you. And when you go to a federal injury center's office, our case managers tell you to bring a copy of your CA1 or 2, especially the CA1, right? We want to see all the bad things your supervisor said. So here's the good news. Your supervisor can say whatever they want to say.
Yeah.
In the end, if you go to a trained OWCP doctor, we're going to make that supervisor famous in a way they don't want to be famous. I hate that this is a year for you. I hate that. But find a doctor who can fix it, because it's probably not too late.
Jerry says
that's what she said. Look, it's scanned into your file where you can view it. Exactly.
She said, I want to go to Vegas.
Okay, Jerry, I'll meet you there. We'll see you there.
No one...
But she's right. The CA1 and 2 are scanned into your file where you can view it. You can always see it.
Dennis, we have 3 offices in Ohio. And I know you said earlier you were looking for a psychiatrist. You can use your insurance on that if you have to.
We don't want you to, but you can.
But you can. And then once your claim gets accepted, our office or one of our case managers will show you how to get all your time and money back.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, look, Victor and Ron are talking. So I just want to say, Victor, meet Ron. Ron, meet Victor. You're both friends of mine.
Oh.
Now you're friends with each other.
Carrie from West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
He said, preach it. AFGE NCFLL Local 3181. Thanks, you guys, for coming to train us during the stewards training. Much appreciated. You guys are such a great resource for our bargaining unit employees. Aw, Carrie, thanks.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. And thanks
we love you guys. You guys are a really nice group.
But thanks for trusting me and us, to come and teach you. We really appreciate that. And by the way, let me just stop and say, that's a testament to AFGE and APW, by the way. We're going to be, in a week or 2?
So starting next week, next week is Thanksgiving.
So the
last week, we're going to be in Tampa. So it's just.
But teaching APW in Florida.
20 minutes away.
We've been all over for APW because that union has figured it out that they need the extra help, and they're not ashamed or scared or whatever. They ask, and we say yes all the time. So to APW, we really appreciate you trusting us, and same for you, AFGE. Thank you so much for trusting us to do the right job for you.
Let me go and see if there's any. You can go ahead and chit chat.
Yeah, so I want to hear more stories. I mean, I've got more.
You go ahead and talk about another one.
Oh, great. Okay, so I got another one. So there's this lady in Baltimore, and I think she was a mail handler or something. She might have been a clerk, but she was lifting a package over her head. Now, many of you that have heard me train live know this story, but she lifted the package over her head and she fell down, and she hurt her back. And on the back page of the CA1, the supervisor said it was due to willful misconduct that she got hurt. Like, willful misconduct, huh? Well, how the hell did she hurt herself on purpose? Well, here's what he said. That throughout the day, she was noticeably unstable while she was walking, and she should have known better. So our doctor, I mean, what an idiot, by the way. That's also cold and mean and heartless, because she's hurt now. So what happened is our doctor wrote a paragraph in his narrative report called willful misconduct. And he said that the willful misconduct was on the part of the supervisor who recognized someone who was unsafe and allowed them to get hurt. It wasn't her fault. It was his fault. And so that supervisor's name got listed in most of the sentences of that paragraph, and the claim got accepted. The key on this stuff is, and many of you are saying that your supervisor is saying things that are going to hurt your case. It can't hurt your case if you go to an OWCP doctor who knows how to fix it. Because we take that bull, we take that stuff that they say, and we just turn it around on them. We say, here's the actual rule, idiot. So you screwed up. Our patient's going to get their claim accepted, and it does. So, that's just another one.
Were you going to say that bull?
Yeah. Victor said, Chris Helms is watching his own live OWCP. Okay, I am actually right there and right there and right there. I can see me live in 3 different places. Yeah, thanks, Victor. What's up, y'all? John, what's up, y'all? Hey, John.
Judy says, do you know why APW never answers their phone? If anybody's on APW, you can go ahead and answer that question.
So let me be clear. We don't answer for APW or any other union. We just appreciate that they actually bring us in to teach you. Because some of the unions don't want us, but these 2 particular ones want the help, and they call us, and we really are grateful that we get to do that.
So John Revron is on here. I have to say something about him, which I find awesome. So John, I better get a lot of hearts for this. So John is a TSA guy.
She never tells me anything I do is awesome, so soak this in.
He's the one you're going to go, never mind. He's a TSA guy in St. Louis, Missouri, I believe. Right, John? Anyway,
hope so. I'm shaking my head yes, like it's true.
He is a supervisor for TSA now. That was his promotion. So he's still a part of TSA, but he's a supervisor. And I'll tell you one thing about him. He is on it with his employees because he used to be just a regular TSA guy.
There's no such thing as a regular TSA guy.
I mean?
They keep airplanes safe so they don't get crashed. So thank you guys.
He is a badass at being a supervisor because he knows what he comes from. And there'd be times where he would text me or message me and ask me questions. What's for him? What does he need to do? And I found that so heartwarming because, he left being a TSA agent to become a supervisor, which is fine. And he's doing it the right way. And he's still helping his people, even though a lot of people don't like supervisors.
Hey, JT, the case manager for Dr. Hawkins today sent me a message and said what we do about it. I told him how to fix your problem. It must be you. There's no way this happened to 2 people. Don't sweat it, man. Supervisors put the wrong dates all the time. We're going to clear that up. You're okay.
John, you're the union president now?
What's up?
You didn't tell me that.
So he's not a supervisor anymore. Because I was about to say, as a supervisor, we love you. But as a union president, we doubly love you, maybe triple.
I'm going to have to message you after this and chat.
Hell, I'm going to message you. I'm going to message you later.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, you rock too, John. Okay. Judy's, okay. Alicia said, question, can you get a part-time job while you're on OWCP? They will not approve wage loss, and I need money, and I can't go back to the post office.
Well, you can get a part-time job, but it's got to match your restrictions on your CA-17. If you do anything outside your restrictions, they're going to screw you over real hard. So be sure you don't. I mean, heck, people that have lifting restrictions get like people following them saying, look at you. You went to the grocery store and carried a gallon of milk. So you got to be careful. Just be careful with it. You don't want to ruin this really great opportunity to make it to retirement, because federal employees have, I think, the best retirement. So I wouldn't want you to screw that up by I understand you need the money, believe me, but if you're injured and you're not getting paid, let's solve that problem and get you paid, because your legitimate injury should get you paid. We can help you with that.
Talk another story.
Well, I'm just looking at these.
Okay.
Okay. I don't see anything here that I can read. All right. What else we got? All right. So I can tell more stories. Jeez. Believe me, I have stories. I have a lot of stories. You want one? Okay.
Can you start talking?
You want me to just, okay. So willful misconduct. So here's the next thing. Performance of duty. Do you know that if you get to work, say 30 minutes early, and you trip in the parking lot, that is performance of duty? You haven't clocked in yet, but you're in performance of duty. There's a new ECAB ruling that just came out in the last couple of months, where a postal facility had its parking lot being reconstructed. Okay. So everyone was required to park way over there, just way over there. And they hired a contract shuttle service to bring them from way over there to the front door. Well, somebody got hurt in that contracted shuttle, and they tried to file a CA1 claim, and the supervisor said not in performance of duty. Well, this went all the way to ECAB, and ECAB decided that since the employees were required to park over there, like way over there, and required to drive in that contracted shuttle that wasn't even a federal agency, federal employee, and they got hurt there, that was in performance of duty. So think about this. Performance of duty is in that contracted shuttle. How much more is it in your own parking lot? We had another person who fell in a water thing that was at the elevator at a social security office after they clocked out. Fell down, legitimately slipped in water. It wasn't on purpose. Nobody wants to slip in water. It's kind of embarrassing and it hurts. But the supervisor said not in performance of duty. Well, we said, of course it's performance of duty. She's still in the building. And she didn't put the water there. And even if she did, she slipped, and that's covered. So performance of duty is another funny one. Don't let people tell you that if you're on company grounds, you're in performance of duty. Whether you're in the bathroom, the break room, the parking lot, or clocking in or clocking out, you're in performance of duty. Okay, what we got?
Yeah, John said it's appalling to hear some of these stories. Shaking my head. It definitely is.
It's unfortunately we hear them all the time. I mean, this one will come to me in the middle of the day. I'm pointing at you when I say this one. In the middle of the day, and she'll just be like furious, like, what now? Because everybody messages her, and she sees all the messages. It's like we just can't we're buried under this mountain of bullshit. And the bullshit is all your supervisors that are just like either being dumb or playing dumb, and so that's what we're here tonight for. That all of these things that are happening, they're not just happening to you, they're happening to everybody. I bet you everybody here has heard a story that sounds like what I'm telling or what someone else is telling, or have experienced it yourself. And it shouldn't be that way. So the rules are meant to protect you. They're not meant to penalize you. Most of the Code of Federal Regulations and the United States Code are there to protect you. They penalize supervisors more than you. In fact, there's only one rule that I can think of, and I always tell this when I'm teaching in union groups. There's only one rule that would penalize you, and it's the rule that says don't lie. If you file a false or fraudulent claim in connection with a claim under FECA, you can go to jail. So I always lead out with don't do that. But outside of that, the rules are there to protect you, not to penalize you. So when your supervisor says something, it just sounds like, man, I can't believe it. Don't believe it. Because if you're thinking in your head, I can't believe it, it ain't true. Because common sense does prevail in OWCP. You're in the company parking lot. That's a covered thing. Why wouldn't it be? If it wouldn't be, then fix the damn parking lot. Okay, so I don't trip in a hole. And, so all these things are for you. They're not to penalize you. Don't be scared of OWCP. Be scared of what happens if you don't follow your OWCP claim and get it accepted. Yeah, Tammy said, Scott said not performance of duty for his horrible fall, except they approved the contusion. Okay, so that was their biggest mistake. You got to get them. Because if it's not performance of duty, why do they approve the contusion? They shouldn't have approved anything if it wasn't performance of duty. But they approved a little bit. Well, that little bit, and by the way, that was the biggest freaking knot on the head I've ever seen. But that little bit is our opening to get the rest approved. And I'm crossing my fingers, praying to God we get that done.
Okay. Yes, that needs to get done.
I mean, above everything else, that needs to get done. Sorry, more than anything.
Maybe I don't know when the Hartford, Connecticut office will be open. Joe's on here. Joe, you can send us a little message right now.
If you're still here, Maria Portal said, if you're on the way to work and get into an accident, is that considered under performance of duty? Well, it is if you're driving your personal vehicle for work, or you're on your way to work. If you're driving your personal vehicle like a rural carrier would, then it is generally performance of duty. If you're an FBI agent who's always on duty and you're always in a government car, it's performance of duty. In the Postal Service, you're driving your personal vehicle for work. That is also performance of duty.
All right, let's get on. India Favors said, I have an approved case, but since I couldn't work my limited duty, DOL decided to put my case in code 11 and stop paying me. What should I do?
Oh, Jesus. Will you read that again? Because I was reading two messages here. I got distracted. Sorry.
I have an approved
These
case.
messages are here and they are distracting. Go ahead.
I have an approved case, but since I couldn't work my limited duty, DOL decided to put me in case code 11 and stop paying me. What should I do?
Okay, off the top of my head, I don't know what case code 11 means. We would have to Google that and see what it means. Once I know what it means, I can tell you what to do, but I'd have to Google that first. So when you send us a private message, just go to Wednesday Night Chats, go to Messenger, and just all you got to do is type in case code 11. So I remember. Let me go look it up, and I'll send you a message back to tell you what to do. I've never heard of this yet, but I will solve your problem.
Okay. Carrie also said, one thing we've learned regarding ecomp, make sure you type a statement and request access to your complete case file and upload to ecomp. Give it about 2 to 3 days and you will be able to review all correspondence, notes, phone calls, etc. between your supervisor, OWCP coordinator, case examiner, etc. That's previously hidden.
I mean, anything previously hidden needs to be
Unhidden.
Unhidden for sure. But on ecomp, your case file should always be available to you now. So if something's not there, she or he, I'm not sure who wrote that, needs to write a letter to the claims examiner, ecomp that letter saying, I want to see everything. And by the way, somebody asked me, what if they don't respond? What do I do? Eric Blowers, our lawyer friend and your lawyer friend as well, said, write a letter to ecomp or ecomp a letter to your claims examiner asking the question that you're not getting an answer to by phone. They're required to look at everything that is uploaded.
Yep. So
write your question in a letter and ecomp it.
Judy said, can your supervisor ask you once a month and harass you why status hasn't changed and make you write a statement why you aren't at work? Really, I've been off for 2 years with this injury.
Okay, Judy, your supervisor falls into a category that not many people, believe it or not many people are in this category. It's a rare thing. You know, this category includes idiots and assholes. And I think what your supervisor is both. So what you tell your supervisor is, like you, Supervisor John, I'm not a doctor.
Not you, John.
No. But, okay, Matt, Mike, I don't care. Chris, Supervisor Chris, like you, I'm not a doctor, so I don't write medical reports. But the medical report my doctor wrote is the answer to your question. Well, that was written a month ago. Well, that's the freaking report. Deal with it. There's nothing in the rules, Judy, that allows your supervisor to question you about medical stuff. That's just idiotic. And this is a case, a classic example of asshole idiot. It's not even just idiots,
what?
Asshole idiot. It's almost like one word, asshole idiot.
I said asshole idiot.
Asshole idiot.
Okay.
It's spelled ASSHOLEIDIOT. Asshole idiot.
Asshole idiot.
Asshole idiot. So your supervisor is in rare air. There's almost none of them. There are very few asshole idiots.
I can't believe you're using that as a word.
There are very few, but that's one. He or she may be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh my God, these guys they like your shirt, Victor and John. So they don't see the bottom of your shirt.
No, they can see it. My wife knows everything. I don't need Google. And everybody that knows her knows she thinks she knows everything.
I don't need Google.
Yeah, but you all know me and know that I actually know everything, so I just wear this as a joke.
Oh, John said, apparently Chris needs Google. LOL. He does.
I use Google every day.
I am Google.
I know it's tracking me and wants to know what I'm doing and what I'm thinking. I use it anyways. It's smart.
Yeah. Let's see.
Come on, let's get some more stories. This is fun, and we have 8 minutes left, and this 8 minutes may turn into another hour, but we'll see what happens. So who's following me on TikTok? Breaking OWCP. John, you seem like the kind of TikTok guy that would follow Breaking OWCP, so you do that. I need one more to be 200 followers. I only have 199. So John wants another hour. Another hour equals follow me on TikTok. Breaking OWCP. Look, and if you go to Breaking OWCP on TikTok and you think, man, this guy's an idiot. I know, okay? But you got to be dumb to get there, and you got to not care. So what's been really hard for me is getting there and going, oh, I got to get past myself to hit the start button because I'm embarrassed. Like every time, just so you know, every single time I hit the start button, I'm like, oh, here I go again.
John, you need to get on TikTok and do your singing stuff on TikTok. Let
me
tell you.
I previously was totally against TikTok. I have my own reasons. I'm going to leave them out. They're political, but I don't do TikTok except for now I do TikTok. So, okay, you give us another hour. I'll make it TikTok.
Oh my God. No, I'm serious. Like all your singing stuff that you do, and he sends me these cool clips of him singing. Like,
John sings?
Yeah.
Get on TikTok, man. I'll follow you.
Yeah, I know.
I will follow you. If you sing, I love music.
He's pretty badass.
So people don't know. I'm actually musically inclined. I can sing. I remember every word to every song I ever liked. I play the fiddle. I play a mandolin. I play guitar. I play trombone. Whatever. I play your supervisors.
I just played the flute and sang and did cheer and drama and dance. Yeah.
So like nobody's surprised that you did drama and dance, especially drama, for sure.
We're about to end this slide right about now. You're looking for Chris's name.
Oh, look, Dr. Fred, genius. What's up, Dr. Fred? He's in Orlando. And by the way, Victor, buddy, go out and go meet Dr. Fred. Just go to the office and go see Dr. Fred. Do me a favor. You guys see each other, meet each other, know each other. Dr. Fred is already getting cases accepted. He's brand new, but he's already getting cases accepted. So, Victor, do me a favor. Hit up Dr. Fred. Fred Williams. He's on here as Fred Williams.
You sing good, but you get hit with Miss Genie's spatula.
Okay.
Yeah.
That happened last night. Yeah, that just happened. Tammy said, I had a coworker that a supervisor said could come back to work if she withdrew her CA1.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Tammy, tell the coworker to get that in writing. Oh, my God, please. Just like say, hey, can you do me a favor? Put this in writing. I need it for my file. I'm coming back tomorrow. And then don't.
John, look. Can we make TikTok request songs? John, get on there so we could request songs for you to sing.
Okay, Jacqueline, you can request TikToks from me when I see your TikToks. Follow me on TikTok, Breaking OWCP. Come on, Jacqueline.
Okay. Jill Parker, yes, we have 4 locations in Alabama. You need to go to federalinjurycenters.com, click locations, and all the locations are there. So you'll have to find which one is closest to you and more suitable.
And we used to have 5. I just got shushed, but I'm definitely going to say it. Because you need to know how our franchise works. We had 5. We had to remove 1 because we only allow you to have the best. And if any of our doctors are doing things, and if you're on here and you're one of our doctors, I mean, you know this, but I'm going to say it anyways. If you do something that we're not proud of or that isn't good for the patient, you're out. So we used to have another one, but they're out because it wasn't good for you. That's how it goes.
This is funny. Renee Marie said, my favorite idiot statement from management included, it doesn't seem that bad. You could try yoga. I could teach you.
I think that's sexual harassment.
That's the winning one for tonight.
Yep, that one wins. But I'm pretty sure that manager was being sexually harassing. I can teach you yoga. Doesn't sound like something. Now, I have a management degree. I used to manage 72 people at one time, and I never asked somebody to do yoga with me. So I'm pretty sure that's probably a violation on a few levels. Just ask them if they're hitting on you.
Yeah.
And then
it'll shut it down.
Yeah, it'll definitely
you won't be learning yoga anymore.
Yeah, do yoga online. Okay, just watch YouTube yoga. Or no, watch TikTok yoga after you watch.
Who does yoga?
John, where have you been all my life, man? You're making this fun. You better come back next week.
Christine Miller said, are you required to bring in medical documents to your management showing that your injury is permanent?
No. So there's a code of federal regulations. Okay, so this isn't exactly what you're asking, but I'm going to say it anyways. There's a CFR that says that the management should not wait for supporting medical documentation to submit your CA1 or 2. With that said, supervisors can request a CA17 or CA20. Today, I had somebody that said they wanted to see medical records. Okay, no, but you can have a CA17 and a CA20. You can have those. Those are the medical records you can have. But this person's like, I want to see proof. Why? Because, idiot, you can't understand the medical terminology or jargon. You don't read medical. So supervisors like, I want to see the medical stuff. You can't understand it. It's like, you can't handle the truth. You don't even know what it means.
Dr. Cooper says, I can teach you yoga, but it would be a great song, though, Chris. See you on TikTok.
All right. So, Coop, you can teach me yoga any day.
Julia Davis, you said you needed a doctor for a broken femur, not a chiropractor in Templer State. Pete, you got to see the DOL doctor first before they can refer you out.
Need a doctor for broken femur, not chiropractor. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me say this, Julia. So our Federal Injury Center's offices, except for one location that I can think of, all have chiropractors.
It's all chiropractic office.
And so when you call the office, you're going to be like, oh, crap, I called the chiropractic office. But listen, this is not our first day. We understand OWCP in a way that nobody else does. All of our chiropractic office, including this one, has a nurse practitioner and medical doctor. So going to a chiropractic office means you're going to a multi-specialty office. We have chiropractic, nurse practitioner, medical doctor, PA, physical therapist. One office has an occupational therapist. So don't write them off because it's a chiropractic office. In medical, and it's not your fault. You don't know. Okay, I work in medical. You don't. So I'm just telling you. In medical, the most common thing is when chiropractic doctors and medical doctors team up, and they call them interdisciplinary practices. So our offices are all interdisciplinary. You may be going to what you think is a chiropractic office, but your medical person is in that office too.
And no chiropractor, no orthopedic surgeon is going to take you.
Not without your claim being accepted. And
Right.
like in this office you're talking about, was it Pinellas Park or
No.
St. Pete?
What are you talking about?
The office she's talking about.
No, she says need a doctor in Tampa or St. Peter.
Oh, yeah. So our chiropractors
We'll refer you out.
have medical doctors. And in the Tampa St. Pete office, they have a network of surgeons that work with them so that they don't charge you out of your pocket and ask for your health insurance.
Yeah, because
That's really important. Almost all the surgeons are going to take your health insurance, your copays, your deductibles. Our surgeons won't do it. Do you want to keep talking? Because I'll keep talking over you.
Yeah, hurry up.
Go ahead.
Now I forgot because you said that. Oh, you did that to me again.
All right, who's next? Hey, don't be scared of our doctors. I'm telling you, they're all chiropractors with medical doctors and nurse practitioners and PAs.
Yeah.
You got to just go and trust it. We're not screwing you over. We understand the rules. We do this for a living. This is all I do.
You're talking like 30 miles a minute. Wow.
I can speed up.
Okay, so when you go to the orthopedic surgeon with a federal work comp injury, they're going to tell you, we are not taking your insurance and we are not seeing you, period, because it's federal work comp. They don't want to do it. This is why if you have something broken, obviously it happened in a single shift, you use a CA-16 and that'll pay it. But if you haven't gone and it's been past the 60 days, then you have to see a DOL doctor in order for your claim to get approved so the ortho will see you. It sucks, we know. That's just the rules.
Look, Dr. Fred said he loves us. Dr. Fred, we love you too.
I know Dr. Fred before you did.
Well, you did, but today when I talked to him on the phone, his mother was there, and I got to speak to her too, and you didn't. Okay, so
she knows I love her.
This is interesting, and I want to say it. So Dr. Fred Williams in Orlando, if you want to know if this guy's a good guy, I mean, look, takes his mother everywhere, and she's running the show. Do you love this guy? Yes, because he does everything not to disappoint her. Believe me, she's always there looking. And she's good. Yeah. So you guys go talk to Dr. Fred
in Orlando. I'm not kidding. This guy is good. He's good. I met him just by chance. It was just an accident. We were at a chiropractic convention, and Jeannie's like, "Hey, let me introduce you to this guy." So here's what I did. Right, you'll confirm this. She says, "Hey, this is Dr. Fred," and I went like this. Well, hey, Dr. Fred, because I think he's compared to me like 8 feet tall, but he's maybe the nicest person that you will ever meet. Yeah. So anyways, Joe and I were talking to him today, and this guy has been through it. He's had to replace a staff twice, and he's at a place where he's just like firing all cylinders. So give him a call, especially Victor. Give him a call. No, you do not need an attorney for your complicated case. Yeah, your complicated case is only complicated to you. To us, it's just another case. Don't call an attorney unless we tell you to. Yeah. Attorneys are not free. Yeah, and just have the office help you. You guys, when you're calling and you're calling me, and I'm getting more than 60 calls a day, and that's on a non-busy day. For me to try to get through all the text messages, all the messenger messages, all the phone calls, all the voicemails, it's a lot. So when you have an issue and you think our office can't help, you need to go back and tell them, this needs to get done. Please explain to me. Please help me with this. If they don't know, they won't know. So you have to call them. Keep going. I got to stand up. My back's hurting. So like you, I've got a bad back. Whoa. Everything. Stay there. Okay. Gloria said, I was told no climbing. Supervisor told me I'm not climbing trees. Oh boy. Huh. Okay. I totally screwed everything up. So I'm like you. I have a bad back, so sometimes I got to stand up. Just whatever. All right. So here's the deal. I agree. Don't climb trees. Tell your supervisor to get in the tree, jump out of it, see what happens. I think they should actually jump out of that tree. What did I do? Oh, I'm just trying to make them look at you because they'd rather see you than me. All right. Yeah. Your supervisor is probably falling into the idiot category, and just tell them you're in the idiot category. Yeah. Doesn't work for me. Okay. If you guys, okay, I'm going to have to stop this now.
Oh, where are we stopping?
No. When we're on here, we're not having you on here to complain about an office or who didn't call you back. Message me privately and I will handle it. Because what happens is when you guys message me or you guys call me, I send that message straight to the doctor's office, because you have to remember, we're working in our home. We don't have a computer to see your case. We don't even know what your case is. You're going to go on with this long story, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure it's handled the correct way. Chris has trained these doctors very well. Our case managers that we have, that are our case managers, have been trained very well.
By me.
Tom is very, very knowledgeable.
He is.
So when we train the offices, we're trying to eliminate you guys calling us. Not that we're not here to help, but we have other things to do to get to you.
Yeah.
We have to find conventions to go to and see who's going to invite us to their union meeting and attend all your events that you guys want us to, and
talk to you here and
train
write books and
members.
stuff like that.
And we have to pick topics. Like, this is not just something that we just, let's go on live real quick. It's a process. This whole studio is a process to put together. Trust me, it is. So when you have a difficulty and you say, I went to federal injury centers and I got a denial, contacting me, all it does is I screenshot or send your voicemail to that doctor.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't call you back. I tell you, have you spoken to the doctor? That's what I'm going to tell you. You got to talk to your doctor. When they don't understand, give them a day or two. And I know your stuff is very important. And then they call Chris. They'll call Jennifer, Emmy, Tom, and they'll try to get the answer to you. But on our end, sitting here in home, we can't, see your issue and telling us, and then going back and telling our doctors, this is what you're supposed to do. It gets a little complicated because they're the doctor. Let them handle it for you.
Yeah. And everything she said.
I do answer the text messages, Victor.
Okay. Hold on. Let me go back. I just want to go back to what she just said. All right. So seriously, we don't mind being the complaint department. In fact, I've already told all of our franchisees that if you screw up, I'm going to hear about it before you do, which is actually good. I love it. Please keep telling us. Just, understand that if there's a problem, it's because it's a business too. And businesses have problems. You have gone, I'm going to tell this story. I'm telling this story. I go to Dunkin' Donuts. Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer that I think Dunkin' Donuts coffee is, it's good, not great. It's good. Their donuts are awesome. Their breakfast stuff is pretty good. And I endorse Dunkin' Donuts. Don't sue me for what I'm going to say next. But if you go to Dunkin' Donuts and order a glazed donut, you're likely to get a Chili's hamburger. And that's because they are the best and the brightest. We don't want that. And in our offices, we don't hire former Dunkin' Donuts employees. Now, in Florida, if I go to Dunkin' Donuts in the drive-thru and order a coffee and a glazed donut, I'm going to get a sausage biscuit, and I don't even know what for a drink. Probably not a drink at all. Fish sticks. That's what I'm getting, fish sticks. Well, that's what you get at Dunkin' Donuts because they don't ever fulfill the order properly. My point is, you will keep going back to Dunkin' Donuts. You'll keep doing it. I keep doing it. But as soon as a doctor at Federal Injury Center screws up, you're like, oh, this damn doctor. Well, look, tell me when there's this damn doctor complaint. Because I can fix that. I just can't make your order right at Dunkin' Donuts. So keep them coming. We want to fix your problems. We're here to do that. That's why we have this franchise. You can go to another office that's outside of federal injury centers, and they're going to screw up, and I can't fix them. You know why I can't fix them? Because I can't control them. I don't control them because I don't have a contract with them. But I'm going to use Dr. Cooper. You're here. I'm going to use you. No offense. But let's say Dr. Cooper's office has a problem. Well, Dr. Cooper and I can speak one-on-one. And together we can fix the issue. It happens. There's turnover, and when new staff come, they have to be trained. So try to just have a little patience. I have no patience, none whatsoever. I have zero patience, none. The second I hear a problem, I'm not sure why it's not solved already.
Yeah. Let me read this question.
Just don't get mad. Just help us out. Help me. Help me. Help you.
I'm reading this question because I find it funny but sad. Hello, I had an injury in September 2022. It was never started with DOL. I started in October this year. I now have less than 30 days to complete everything. I was told I wouldn't get COP because it's past 30 days. I'm fairly new and I never was told about e-comp. What should I do? I can't believe you didn't hear about e-comp.
Well, so the reason they didn't hear about e-comp is because they added that e-comp thing to the new CA10. And then on the new CA10 said post unemployed or on agency's website. Nobody's going to ever see that.
Right.
So it's not your fault you didn't know about e-comp. Your federal government hid it from you. But help me help you. But the issue is the rule is solid. If you don't report your injury within 30 days, you can't have COP. So if you report it outside of 30 days, there's nothing you can do to get COP. And it's not your fault, but man, that I said that CA10 is now invisible. It's posted on an agency's website where nobody goes. And if you went, you wouldn't go there to find a form you never heard of. You're not going for that. So it's not your fault. I'm sorry it happened to you, but the 30-day rule is a hard and fast rule.
All right, so I'm going to read the last two things, and then we're going to be shutting it down. John, it's John. OWCP claim, Chris got hurt on the job. I got you, bro.
Appreciate that, John. I really do. Thank you.
And he said, you guys rock, dynamite duo. Chris, I salute you, bro. I co-sign on what this is. The people need this. So all of you that are on here, don't forget to share, especially you, John. You're a president, so you need to be telling your people to come on.
No, John needs to share to his past supervisor buddies because they need some help.
You don't need an attorney, Jacqueline.
No, don't get a lawyer unless we tell you to get a lawyer. So here's the issue with the lawyer. So Eric Blowers is a good friend of ours. We trust him as a federal lawyer more than any other lawyer. And that's not to say the other lawyers aren't good, because there are other lawyers we refer to. Depends on the situation. Like you want to get paid, you want to schedule an award, whatever, third party. Certain people specialize in other things. But Eric is like, we believe in Eric. Eric, look, you won't be able to see this. Maybe
because he put his name so teeny weeny.
Well, it's not going to be bigger than mine, but it's with Eric Blowers. Even Eric wrote a chapter in my third book because we really trust and love Eric. But you don't always need a lawyer. The issue is, and Eric knows I teach this, and Eric will tell you the same thing. You don't need a lawyer for just random things. You need a doctor. Most of the time you call Eric, he's going to say you need to call Federal Injury Centers because no other doctors know how to do this. So what you need is a doctor who can get the job done. When that job is not enough, then you need a lawyer. But we'll tell you when it's time. And the reason we do that is because the lawyer is the only thing that costs you money out of your pocket. Everything else should be free to you. So we give you all the free stuff. You know, like here in Tampa Bay, we have surgeons and imaging centers that won't take money from you because it should be free.
Right.
But when you need a lawyer, that's not going to be free. Now, Eric is like the cheapest lawyer on the planet for federal comp. That's why we love him too. That's
why Jerry said Eric Blowers is brilliant and honest.
Yeah, he is honest. Yes. He will tell you, don't pay me. You don't need me. Call Chris. And I'll tell you, you called me and now it's time to call Eric. So we're both looking out for you. So don't just call a lawyer. We hear all the time, lawyer up, lawyer up. Don't do that. You're mostly calling the wrong lawyers anyways. They're going to just screw your case. Ask Ron Speakman what happens when you call the wrong lawyer.
Maria, he handles third-party schedule award, OPM. That's what he handles right there.
Hey, Ron, don't badmouth the lawyer you had. But you know what I'm saying. Don't call the wrong lawyer. So if you need a lawyer, we'll tell you need one. Okay, I promise you, we'll tell you. But we're going to save you money when you don't need a lawyer. That's my point. I don't want you to spend money out of your pocket. I don't like that. It's not right.
Scott says, management at my job refuses to process CA1 and it's directing employees that they have to use eComp. Can they do this and how do you correct this?
Yeah, so the new CA10 specifically says you have to use eComp. So use eComp. That's actually better for you. Go to ecomp.dol.gov. Make an account, which is one screen. It's easy to do. Anybody can do it. On my 3-hour presentation for OWCP that I do to unions, one slide is how to sign up for eComp. It's easy. You can do it. So sign up for eComp, fill out your CA1 or 2, know your supervisor's email address. It'll go to them. They have to do their part.
Yeah.
But it's better for you because now you have like a real-time tracking of everything that happens and everything is in your case file online. So don't be mad at eComp. Use eComp. If you have a problem with the internet, well, let's deal with that. Or computers, let's deal with that. But eComp is good for you. I like it. I prefer it. I'm glad we're at eComp.
Maria, no. Supervisor says that the doctor is the one requested CA16. No.
Oh, Maria, so she knows better because she's been with us forever. But thanks for saying that, because this is another example of idiot supervisors. No, the doctor doesn't request a CA-16. The supervisor has 4 hours from the claimed injury to give you a CA-16, and you take that to the doctor. And Maria, so like, I know that. Of course you know. She's been with us from like almost day one. She's not like a P1. Oh,
Right.
P1 is like a radio thing. We're almost like radio.
John, he said, is ECOMP the same as SIS? I don't know what system. No, it's ECOMP is ECOMP, right? For all federal people. I don't know if that's a different thing through
So
TSA.
John, you're welcome back next time, but don't stump me ever again. I have no idea what SIS is. I don't know what that is. ECOMP is ecomp.dol.gov. Gov. I said gov like it's a V. It's a V. Like Victor. Like Victor.
Supervisor is dumb. Yeah, we know that.
Supervisor is dumb.
Okay, guys. So those of you that
Victor
are,
says, night. Love you.
Yeah.
We love you too.
Victor, I will text you right after
And
this.
go call Dr. Fred. Go look at his office.
Yeah.
Check it out. Let's get your folks help.
Guys, all of our, well, not all, a lot of our doctors were on tonight. Those of you that are in the area, share this video, share their information. They put their information on there so you can contact them tomorrow. Sign up with them. I don't know what Chris is doing on TikTok.
I'm looking at TikTok.
And whatever questions that didn't get answered, I'll go through it after this. If anybody needs a federal attorney for third party
Call her.
OPM schedule award, message me, and I'm going to ask you a few questions before I pass you on over to Eric.
Now
Because
you might not always send to Eric.
right, I'll just tell you what you need
Because
to
some
do.
people specialize in other things.
Yeah.
You gotta trust her. She knows exactly who you need to talk to.
Yeah. If I give you another attorney, it's for a certain reason, and this has been discussed with Eric as well.
And remember, we went and we were doing training for all the federal lawyers in the whole country.
Yeah.
They all fit in this room.
Yeah.
Okay. There's not that many of them.
So
we know what they specialize in. If you don't need to be in the dark on what to do next, just let her know what you need. She'll tell you if you need a doctor or a lawyer. And if you need a lawyer, she'll tell you which one.
yeah. So tomorrow I'll put a post on there. Tell me if you need an attorney, drop it down, and I'll respond back to you. So hold on to that.
Can I
Thank
answer
you.
a question just real quick?
Yeah.
Jennifer Nasworthy, what do you mean by third party? If you get hurt in a car wreck and the other person hit you, that's a third party injury. We call it personal injury, PI. Third party means you're driving on the job and somebody hit you and hurt you, and that's a third party claim. That's what we're talking about.
Do not call your state.
Oh God, don't call a
PI.
PI lawyer. No,
Do
don't
not.
call any lawyer that's on any billboards.
No.
If they're on a billboard, don't call them.
Contact me first. Doesn't matter what state you're in.
Doesn't matter. Don't call the billboard
me
lawyers.
first, and I will tell you. And you have to be the at fault of the not.
Somebody hit you. It's not your fault.
Yeah, that you were the not.
It wasn't your fault. That's what she's trying to say.
You were, oh my God, I don't know why I won't
Go ahead and
out.
take a break. When it wasn't your fault, let her know.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. Tell her it's not your fault.
Yeah.
And it wasn't your fault.
Slip and falls.
It's like you're like Ellie,
Yeah.
my German Shepherd. I say, baby, it's not your fault. You didn't do it. It's not your fault. It's okay. I'm telling you that.
Oh, I thought you were telling me.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You got it wrong. It's okay.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's what third party is. And don't forget, this week we have 3 open houses. We have tomorrow the one in Columbus, Ohio. We have the one coming up, I think.
Who's going to be in Columbus?
Tom and Mr. Hodge.
Kenny Hodge.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to stop. If you're in Columbus, you're in the area, you got to go see Kenny Hodge. Sorry, I'm eating a cherry.
Oh.
Go eat Kenny Hodge. Go eat. Holy shit, I'm eating a cherry and I said, go eat Kenny Hodge. You're welcome, Kenny.
Oh my God.
Go see Kenny Hodge and talk to him about he's running for president for Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio. You need him.
Yeah.
So go to Columbus and go see Kenny Hodge. No kidding. Go see Tom too. No offense. Tom knows. No offense needed, but go see Kenny. It's really important.
Yeah, and our
I'm
partner,
eat this other cherry.
our
Don't
other-
eat Kenny.
our other partner Tom is going to be there. So, go ask him any questions, anything DOL related. He'll be able to guide you through the process as well.
Yep.
He's
He's a smart dude.
John, we're going to try to get you this shirt. You said you wanted this shirt.
I don't need Google.
No, John, you invite me to a union meeting with your TSA boys and girls in St. Louis. I'll bring you the T-shirt and make sure I say it's from me.
It's going to say, I don't need Google. I know Chris Helms.
Oh my gosh. And anyway, so we have Columbus open house tomorrow. It's a patient appreciation. We also have Memphis Patient Appreciation Day.
No, that's gonna be great.
And then next week, Charlotte, North Carolina is having their little, I think, Friendsgiving or
It
something
won't be
like
little.
that. But they never do anything little. So
Nothing's little in Charlotte.
we will see you guys. This was just a fun chat tonight. Next week we won't be on because we know people are leaving and going everywhere for Thanksgiving, and it's going to be a crazy week because of Black Friday.
But with that said,
no, don't say it.
With that said, zip it. So with that said, next Wednesday, what date is next Wednesday?
Will you guys be attending any reopening?
No. What is the date in next Wednesday, 1 week from now? What's the date? What is the date? Can you look it up? Sorry, this is important.
Oh, it's my birthday. The 23rd.
Oh, the 23rd. Okay, so next Wednesday, we won't be doing Wednesday night chats because it's her birthday. And I'm not a dummy. I'm taking her out. So we're going to go and do birthday stuff. But we are going to hop on for a few minutes so I can tell her appropriately happy birthday where the whole world can see it. Because for me, it's not enough that I go and like have happy birthday, son.
Donna said 23rd.
Yep. It's not enough for me to go to a restaurant and say, hey, can you sing her happy birthday?
I don't want anything.
Yeah, but having waiters or waitresses sing her happy birthday is like funny. It's like, I'll just do that right here. I'll just stand up on the table and sing it myself. What I'd rather do is just do happy birthday with you. So we're all going to sing happy birthday to her next Wednesday. So get on, tell your friends to come here too. We're just going to be here for a few minutes. I'm not going to teach anything except for how to be a husband. And we're going to do happy birthday to Gini next Wednesday night.
Wait, teach me?
No, I'm teaching them how to. I'm not teaching you how to be a husband.
I was going to say.
You cook dinner and clean and stuff. That's how to. Oh my God, I almost said that's how to be a wife. That was a joke. Anyway.
Thank you, everybody.
Kind of like not a joke.
So we will be on the.
No, it was a joke. She's not the housekeeper. She's not the maid. She does cook good.
We are going to be on for maybe like 10 minutes.
Hold on. We're done. We're not done. So she does cook really good, like really good. Like you should have had the fried chicken tonight. Oh my God, it's so good. Right? It was good.
Just take her to Red Lobster. I don't.
John, we're going to Red Lobster. I'll see you there.
Be careful.
I know, Lonnie. I know.
So we hope you enjoyed this fun night.
Tonight was fun. We appreciate having you here. Thank you.
Hear the funny lies that the supervisors are saying, but
they're either idiots or they're playing dumb.
The following week, we will be in Tampa. So I'm not too sure if we are going to do a Wednesday night chats then, but we will check it out. We will be at the APW fall seminar that they're going to have. So those of you that are in the Tampa Bay area, come by and see us. I will probably put the location down because I don't even know the location where we're supposed to be. All I know is we're hosting happy hour.
Oh,
so,
don't make me host happy hour unless you want to have the time of your life.
PF Chang's, I love that place.
Oh, she does love PF Chang's.
John, you're coming. You're coming to my birthday.
He said he'll be there. I told him I'll see you there.
Sweet. Well, but we will let you know when we're going to come back on. We're going to figure out what's going on by the end of the week. So with that said, everybody, thank you for hopping on tonight. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, TikTok. Share. TikTok. I meant share.
No, definitely TikTok. Go to Breaking OWCP on TikTok. I swear to God, if I'm at 199 tomorrow, I'm going to be very disappointed in all of you, mostly her.
We're streaming off of TikTok from my page, Gini Helms.
What's up? Go to Breaking OWCP and hit follow, please. Thank you so much.
So you can find us on YouTube, Facebook pages, a lot of them. Breaking OWCP, Federal Injury Centers, Wednesday Night Chats, Sarojini Helms, Chris Helms.
Damn.
LinkedIn, Gini Helms, Wednesday Night OWCP Chats. TikTok under myself, LinkedIn.
Hashtag
Instagram.
overplayed.
Yeah, who said that?
Me.
Oh, I know.
Hashtag overplayed.
Yeah, we're dominating Federal Injury Centers.
We're just trying to get
dominate.
Honestly, on a serious note, we're just trying to get the word out to more people, and follow or don't follow. But if you don't follow, don't follow. We'll see you never.
Yeah.
But otherwise, tell everybody else to follow. Share with your friends. Thanks.
And if you're looking for locations and places to get a schedule award, please go to federalinjurycenters.com. We have a tab for schedule awards. We have a tab for how to file your COVID claim. And yes, you can still file your COVID claim.
Yeah.
And we have a tab for videos on how to fill out things step by step. that Tom created, really good.
Yep.
And we also have a tab for all of our locations. So with that said, everybody, good night. We'll see you again in about a week or two.
No,
Bye,
in a week.
everybody.
In a week, not a week or two. In a week, it's going to be her birthday. Everybody be available next Wednesday when we all sing happy birthday